Means I will start, okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, good evening and good afternoon to all of you join us from all over the world. Welcome to the final push webinar 2 for the WFTGA Convention 2026 in Fukuoka, Japan. Today, I want you to set your Zoom on speaker view if you can. I want you to, all the participants, to set the speaker view if it is possible for a technical reason. Please, thank you very much. My name is Sam, chair of Fukuoka Host Committee. This webinar is taking place just 10 days before the final registration deadline, which is November 30th. We know that some of you still be wondering about your participation. And tonight's program is designed to give you the final push, final information you may need to make up your mind to come to Japan. For this convention, we have upgraded the entire program from cultural experiences to workshops, tours, and evening events. We want you to make your stay in Japan memorable, enjoyable, and meaningful. To begin, I would like to invite President of the WFTGA, Mr. Sebastian Frankenberger, to give us his opening remarks. Sebastian, please.
Dear colleagues, dear friends, and dear Sam and dear host team, it's a pleasure for me to welcome you to our second webinar as we move closer to our upcoming convention. And first of all, let me express my sincere thanks to the remarkable host team. What you have done the whole year is really extraordinary. And also, I have to thank the Expo, Christina, the vice president, Viola, the head of training, and James, who is here today for our social media channels. And I want to say thank you to the Expo. We had every Monday morning, we had a meeting with the host team and the Expo to work on the program, on the organization and all that. It's really, for me, this was an important year that had been a lot of meetings, and now we are looking forward to the convention. And what we want to do today is we want to share with you the last information, what we have been doing. We had trained the local guides, or the progress is still ongoing. Viola will talk about that. We will show you today what is the alternative pre-post program. We have so many registrations that we had to split the pre and post program because the theme is sustainable tourism. And that means we want to be also sustainable for the locals, for the host, and also for all participants. And today we also want to show you who are the speakers, which workshops will be offered. So it's a deeper look into the program. And for all those who have not decided yet if you should register or not, today is your chance to ask all the questions. So at the end of the webinar, we have a big Q&A section. And I can really say that this convention will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience to visit Japan. So don't miss this chance. Register right after the webinar, but I think we will explain you that once more, how to register and what to do. So now it's time to start the webinar. Over to you, Sam, again.
Okay, thank you very much for your passionate message to the participants. Thank you, Sebastian. Now I would like to invite Ms. Mizuho Mizutani, known as Mizu, president of local host KITG, to give us a brief status report on the current registration numbers, preparation progress, and support we have been receiving from central and local bodies. Mizu, please.
Hello, good morning and good evening, everyone from Japan. Now it's time at 8 o'clock in Japan. So let me share the screen with you about the updates of the registration status. So as of Wednesday, 20th of November, the total number of registration completed more than 521 people, including the 125 accompanied person. I think this is one of the biggest conventions for WFTGA, so we are very much looking forward to meeting all of you. And the countries and region are 54. And so here is information about the top 10 biggest delegations: US, Austria, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Sweden, France, Spain, UK, and Portugal. So we are having more Japanese people because the Japanese people will register at the last minute. So we are expecting more than 50 people, Japanese people, local guide will be attending. So please look forward to meet our local guides. Next, please. So also I want to share the preparation status right now. Now the local organizing committee is working very, very hard at the volunteer basis, but finalizing the number of participants and study and city tour itinerary and number of coaches and blue train, Shinkansen, hotel rooms, food menu, and also alternative menu for vegetarians. And also finalize the workshop seminar contents organized by local host committee. And we are very much looking forward to provide Japanese cultural and hands-on experience. And the website contents will be completed very soon. So it will be released early December. And we are also focusing on the attractions of the opening ceremony and gala dinners. That is full of Japanese culture. So please look for it. And for those who need a visa, we are now start creating the visa documentation for everybody. Okay, next please. And now this is the most recent photos that we met many different local mayors and also national government people. So we are now receiving a lot of support from national government and also the local municipalities. And take a look at the left top photos. This was held in May this year. This is Fukuoka's biggest festival. We joined a big parade with WFTGA flags like this. So we are looking forward to meeting you in this flag and the actual on-site. And also the Commissioner of Tourism Agency of Japan, also U.S. Consulate General in Fukuoka, and UN Tourism Regional Support Office Manager also. And so please go to the next. Yes, as Sam said, 10 days before closing the registration, so please do not miss it. And please do not forget the register here button to go to our instructional video as well. So please go to the registration form. Next, please. Okay, before my speech is closing, please look for the various cuisine in Fukuoka, Japan. Fukuoka is one of the most famous town with a delicious food at an affordable price. So maybe many of you are looking forward to eat Japanese food like a sushi or tempura, but we are also providing a wide variety of international cuisine like Italian, Chinese, Indian, and many, many different foods. So please enjoy and look forward to these delicious meals in Fukuoka. So see you next time in Fukuoka. Bye.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you very much. Now I would like to move on to an overview of an updated official programs for the convention. I would like to invite Kay, Director of Human Resource Team, talks about the latest program details. Kay, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kay. Nice to meet you. Today, you are seeing the whole program. So this list includes pre-program and post-program, but I'd like to explain about the main program. Next, please. So before talking about the main program, I'll introduce you a few things. First is welcome desk. We prepared welcome desk at the airport. So when you arrive at Fukuoka airport, you see our staff in red jacket, like me today. So they will help you to take the subway to your hotel. And we have the welcome desk from 4th and 8th. And the second one is orientation walk. When you arrive at the hotel, we have orientation walk for you. So it takes about 30 minutes. You walk around with us and then you see where is the drugstore or where you can withdraw money, where at the restaurant. So this is the orientation walk. This is held on 5th and 8th. And the third, for delegates accompanying persons, delegates are having General Assembly on February 8th. So during that time, accompanying persons, we prepared a special program. It is a one-day tour to Dazaifu Tenmangu Shrine. Dazaifu Tenmangu Shrine is the most famous shrine in Kyushu Island. So you can choose this tour or you can have the free time. It's up to you. Next, please. So the main convention is held between the 9th and 13th February, and the venue is Fukuoka International Congress Center. You see the picture of the Fukuoka city from the Fukuoka Castle ruins. See, we have a lot of greenery area, and we have Fukuoka Tower and modern buildings. Next, please. So this is the main convention schedule. From day 1 to day 5, we have each theme for each day. So day 1, opening day. The day 2nd, workshops and cultural programs. Day 3, study tours. And then day 4, city tours. And day 5, closing day. Next, please. Let's look into each days from the day 1. Day 1, traditional Japanese performance starts at 9 sharp. I was told not to mention about this in detail. This is a secret. So please look forward to seeing it. Warm welcome program by the host committee and keynote speeches are held. And then leading countries presentation will be held on that day. And we prepare tea and coffee breaks and lunch and welcome light meal for you. The second day, please. The second day, you see a lot of workshops and lectures. We prepared about 10 workshops and lectures. So each one has 90 minutes. And then on the 2 floors, they are held. In the morning, Sebastian proposed this one, morning gatherings. So you can share a lot of things with a lot of colleagues from all over the world. And the tea ceremony experiences is provided for you. This is the 40 minutes, and then you join the matcha green tea drinking services. So this is held at the foyer, so you can experience matcha tea ceremony. Next, please. So these are the workshops and lectures. So it variety from the traditional Japanese culture or subculture animation or unique history of Christianity in Japan or shodo, Japanese calligraphy, or tea ceremony experiences. So you can choose one of them. Yeah, I think it's very challenging for you. You can choose only one within one at the same time slot. Yeah, it's very hard for me too. Next one, please. So I pick up one of them. This is Mr. Sasaki. Have you heard about Sadako in Hiroshima? Paper cranes? Sadako is a little girl who was exposed to atomic bombing in Hiroshima, and he passed away at the age of 12. She made a lot of paper cranes, and her paper cranes has become a symbol of the world peace. So Mr. Mr. Sasaki is her brother. He lives in Fukuoka. So he has been passionately works for appealing world peace. So you hear his passions for the world peace in the lecture. Thank you. The next one, please. So this is a special programs for accompanying persons. Day 2. This for cooking class, try on kimono, Hakata doll painting, paper lantern painting are held outside the venue. So you can choose one of them. All these are very, very wonderful hand-on experiences. You see the woman in kimono, it's me. And then the thing is, other lectures and workshops are held at the venue, so you can choose either one. So I repeated, you need to choose one of them. So in the mid-December, you have the reservation for these lectures and workshops. So until then, please think about them. Next one, please. So the day 3 is a study tours day. All of you are taking bus, and there are 7 courses. So from the historical shrine visiting to Toyota factory or Tio Toto. Have you heard about Toto? Toto produces smart toilet. The headquarters is in Fukuoka, so you can visit there. Or Fukuoka Disaster Prevention Center. We have a lot of natural disasters, so you can experience earthquakes or fires there. And so far, we are not preparing the real earthquakes for you, so please relax. And then all of the buses and 7 courses, but all of you are visiting Hakata Old Town area. And then at the end of the tour, we are visiting Fukuoka City Museum, and we have a special event there. Yeah, I know the content, but this is also the secret for you. All right, next one, please. Day 4, this is city walking tours. In the morning, there are 4 courses. It's about a 3-hour walking tours by the public transportation system. So you'll visit Fukuoka Castle ruins or city museums or Ohori Park. Very variety of courses are prepared for you. An afternoon, we prepared a last-minute shopping relaxing time course. If we want to buy something in Fukuoka, our guide will take you to the downtown area. So please enjoy shopping. And then during that city walking tours, if you don't want to take these tours, at the avenue, origami session and furoshiki, wrapping cloth session are held. So you can choose either one. You can enjoy walking tours outside, or you can enjoy origami session in the venue. In the afternoon, we have gala dinner at Hotel Okura. Ooh, 4 days. It's too short for us. The next one, please. Day 5 is the last day, closing day. So we are having the closing ceremony. We prepared something special for you. And then, of course, the bidding country, we announce where we are having the session in 2028. So these are the last day for us. Next one, please. I'd like to add about the legacy project. So I talked about Mr. Sasaki and her sister Sadako. We are visiting Nagasaki on a post tour, and then during the main session, there's a desk. You can make paper crane every day. So we collect those paper cranes, and then when we visit Nagasaki Peace Park, we offer those to the Peace Park. And we have a special event at the Peace Park. The mayor of Nagasaki City is joining us, and we are planning to appeal the peace, world peace to the world from Nagasaki with you. So this is the main program. Did I mention everything? Okay, thank you.
Okay, Kay. Yes, thank you, Kay, for the detailed program details. I appreciate it very much. Next, we will hear from Ms. Viola Louise, Director of Training of WFTGA, who will explain WFTGA's workshops scheduled during the convention. Viola, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, dear Samsan, and thank you, Kay, for outlining this wonderful program. So this is not all, there is more. There are no slides from my side, but I hope you can hear me well. So I know a lot of you are waiting to hear from the workshop side before you sign up. So now is the moment you have been waiting for. And on our website, we promised you high quality, impactful content for our convention dedicated to exploring and shaping the role of tourist guides within sustainable tourism. And therefore, we invited engaging speakers and facilitators to submit inspiring professional papers that will contribute to making this dream of sustainable tourism become a reality. So it's not only a dream coming true going to Japan, but we have a bigger dream, the dream of sustainable tourism. So let me tell you now who answered our call for those workshops. Well, the Fukuoka International Congress Center will be turned into a festival of workshops on the 10th of February. Kay already outlined some of the cultural aspects. All together, we will have 32 workshops spread over 3 90-minute slots. So that means roughly half of them will be the cultural experiences and activities mentioned by Kay, and the other half are dedicated to the issues affecting our daily work and life as tourist guides. So whom are those workshops for? Who are the audiences? Well, yes, of course, us tourist guides. But we also have workshops specifically designed for the chairs and delegates, or chairpersons rather, and delegates of the Tourist Guides Associations. And of course, the workshops will be of interest to our stakeholders and partners joining us for the convention. So who will deliver those workshops? There will be experts in their fields, researchers, WFTGA trainers, and also WFTGA members. And they come from all over the world. Of course, from Japan itself, then also Sabah, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, Europe. We have case studies from Amsterdam, Munich. We have speakers from Italy, Austria, and of course, New York, our colleagues in the Americas as well, and many more. So now the themes. What kind of themes will we have? And they will encompass the broad range of aspects of sustainable tourism for the future, the theme of our convention. But they actually start with the human aspect, character strengths. So Professor Dr. Balwinda Kaur Clare of Borneo Tourism Research Center, University of Malaysia, Sabah, will be sharing with us how to cultivate a good life, how a character strength approach nurtures sustainable tourism. And those of you who have been to the Trainer Convention earlier this year, you will remember her enthralling and inspiring talk. So she will be one of our keynote speakers, but also will hold an interactive workshop for us to join. Of course, sustaining our tourist guide businesses, another group of workshops on that theme. The use of technology, experience design, and the effects of social media on our work. So another workshop, Nick Gray, Chief Executive Officer of Key Guides Connect. He's a partner of WFTGA. He will speak to us about the kind of journey from human connection to collective power, the future of guiding in the digital age. And Nick has recently hosted 2 webinars. I'm sure some of you have joined those webinars. And we are lucky because he will be with us for the duration of the convention, so a resource for us to tap into. More technology. Our very own international trainer, Marika Donato. And she's back by public demand after a hugely successful CPD session in August. And she will share with us again the kind of ChatGPT for tourist guides, her experience in that, speaking the language of AI, artificial intelligence, stay ahead of the game. And Marika really is a ball of energy, always ahead, one step ahead for us. Then also in terms of experience design, Ekta Kelma of Wedge This City in Singapore. She's also a qualified tourist guide and a member of our member association in Singapore. She will talk to us on how to turn everyday spaces into tours. So stories of the city, designing sustainable tours through Singapore's everyday spaces, and designing sustainability into the heart of visitor experiences. Our very own again, Dr. Emma Guest-Gonzalez from GANEC, tourist guide in New York and an area representative. I was really enthralled by her theme. It's about leave no trace, responsible tourism and social media. So her abstract she submitted, allow me to read it out because it's really fascinating. She said, in the age of influencers, likes and viral videos, tourists often crowd to locations, restaurants, and views for the gram experience, not realizing the negative impact they are creating. We've heard many stories of artifacts being damaged as people try to get the perfect selfie, or the overcrowding and littering that occurs around popular restaurants with viral food or drinks. So her talk, actually interactive workshop it is, will be a discussion of applying the leave no trace principles to social media to educate tourist guides and their guests on how to become digitally sustainable travelers. So that's one of my favorites. But let's move on. Hiroko Kojima, a tourist guide in Kyoko and a philosopher. Today is actually the day of philosophy. Hiroki also joined us recently in one of our CPD sessions and talked about the tourism pollution, as he called it, in Kyoto. But he's coming to us for the convention to look at active sustainable guided tours and the considerations from the perspectives of philosophy. Very interesting. So now on to the next group of workshops. So they are designed specifically for our WFTGA delegates and highly recommended. So we have invited Rania Das of Governology. Governology is a governance advisory firm dedicated to assisting associations and charities. And she will share with us the best practice and key principles for tourist guide associations and guiding our associations to a long-term sustainability, financial sustainability, how to create modern articles of association, how to build in the digital aspects into this as well. So Rania again will be with us for the duration of the convention and will be a great resource for all chairpersons, board members of the tourist guide associations. Now, a couple of case studies before I come to the end. It's always good to hear what our colleagues are experiencing and how they're dealing with challenges around the world. So Anne-Rose Soetelief, Guide guide in the Netherlands. She also holds a master's in responsible tourism with Leeds Beckett University. And she will again share with us the impact of over-tourism and local measures on the work of tourist guides, based on the case study of Amsterdam. So how can we as tourist guides contribute positively to the situation in our destination? And hopefully, actually, we will also hear from our colleagues in Toledo in Spain who have recently managed to convince the municipality to design an ordinance or a law on tourist flows with really practical aspects of how to make sustainable tourism a reality. And remember, we will be looking at and finalizing our new code of guiding practice with sustainability at its heart. Another case study. So Cordula Kranzbühler and Reidrun Alvestedt Aschenbrenner from Munich. So Cordula is the head of the official tourist guide training program of the city of Munich and responsible for quality assurance of the city tours and the tourist guide training in Munich. And Reidrun is the chairwoman of the Munich Tourist Guide Association itself. So they will talk about their cooperation in creating this quality training and into quality assurance throughout the implementation. Other examples very quickly before we move to other aspects. So just looking at the array, we have an aspect of the beauty of diversity and the challenges of intercultural communication. So yes, cultural awareness again in this day and age of miscommunications, misconceptions as well. So really the beauty and diversity coming out there. Then yes, our own WFTGA trainers will be doing a showcase, like a theater show, and being promised of the timeless and universal guiding skills. Then Miriam Weiss from Euroc Research is talking about tourist guides as agents of transformation. Yes, we actually do have maybe more influence than we think. Tomorrow I will be talking, and I hope he will be able to join us as well, to an eco-tourism champion who is very experienced in using heritage interpretation to make sustainable tourism a reality, and through case studies throughout the world has actually achieved this aim, making sustainable tourism a reality. And then we've got our subjects we all love, like food, gourmet tourism. Colleagues from Paris and Iran will give us more insight, and also more storytelling and heritage interpretation workshops. But I'm going to finish with, I think, quite an interesting one. We will hear of the life of Mitsuko, and she was one of the first Japanese women in Europe. She was the wife of an Austrian diplomat, the mother of a leading politician, and her story was actually subject of films and books, and will be told to us. This story will be told to us by her very own great-grandson, Clemens Kaudenhof-Kalergi, who's a tourist guide in Vienna, incidentally. So yes, a lot to choose from, as Kay said. Let me also mention, to finish up, that we have a selection of these workshops and probably others as well for our online audience. So the convention is a hybrid event, and there will be an online aspect, of course, built into this. So dear colleagues, when booking starts in mid-December, get a nice cup of Japanese tea and enjoy selecting from the menu of tasty workshops, which will be brought to you with crisp profiles, as you saw. Kay showed us one on our website. So the very own website where the speakers up until now submitted their proposals will have all those profiles. You can go through them and select. And it will really be, I think, you're spoiled for choice. So thank you very much. And I hope this gave you more information to finally book today if you haven't booked already. Thank you.
Thank you, Viola. Very, very detailed information. Also sound interesting, and it is intriguing. I'd like to join if I can. I'm too busy to join, probably, but I'd like to listen to all the speakers. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to invite June, Deputy Director of a Tour Committee of Host Committee, to introduce alternative plans for pre and post programs, as our plan A for both pre and post programs became full, and we prepare for the plan B for both programs. June would like to explain Plan B for pre and post programs. June, please.
Thank you, Sam-san. So next, please. So I'd like to explain pre-program B. This is alternative tour. So if you want to check the pre-program and post-program A, please check the homepage of WFTGA Webinar 1. So I'd like to tell you the detail and highlight of the tour. Next, please. Here's a pre-program B, starts from February 5th and finish on February 8th. That we start from Fukuoka and go down to the south part of Kyushu Island, Kagoshima. Next, please. So here's a highlight. On the day 0, please come to Fukuoka and explore Fukuoka City on your own. And Fukuoka City is hustle-bustle city. And in February, we have a bean throwing festival. So some Hakata Old Town area, you will see the very traditional bean throwing festival. And at night, the food stalls opens. Very warm atmosphere. So please come and enjoy the local food. Next, please. Day 1. The Fukuoka has many hidden gems, and we visit one of them, Yamaga. Fukuoka to Yamaga in Kumamoto. There, we will visit the very traditional Kabuki theater, built in 115 years ago. And there, we reserve the Kabuki theater, and we see the very mysterious bone dance performed by two beauties. And we will visit the Kumamoto Castle and the Feudal Road Garden. Not just visiting these traditional places, but Kumamoto suffers the great earthquake about 9 years ago. And now we see how they regenerate with the castle itself and the Feudal Road Garden. Very beautiful place. Next, please. And then we move to Kagoshima. And Izumi is very famous for sanctuary of wild cranes. We learn how local people preserve the sanctuary of wild crane and visit the samurai town. And finally, we visit the Sengangen Feudal Road Garden. This is a very special place. Kagoshima is a marvelous place. And actually, this place dedicated to the modernization of Japan. Many samurai warriors became the driving force to modernize Japan. So we will see it. Next, please. In Kagoshima, the symbolic mountain is Sakurajima. It's an active volcano. We will go to active volcano and see how people live with active volcanoes amazingly. And this area produced the biggest white radish, Sakurajima daikon. So we will visit the Sakurajima daikon farm and enjoy the Sakurajima daikon and the tea there. And the picture shows the vinegar farm. This is a blessing of active volcano. Active volcano, sometimes we get the damage, but sometimes we have the blessing of active volcano. Next, please. So that's all about the pre-program, and next is a post-program. Here's a course. We move around the northern part of Kyushu area, and last day we move up to Kyoto. Many of you want to go to Kyoto, right? So the last day, we finished the tour at Kyoto. Next, please. On the first day, we go to Nagasaki. This is the same schedule as a post program A. And the theme is impact that the outside world had on Japan and vice versa. On day 2, we have legacy project in Nagasaki and visit the atomic bomb place. Next, please. And at night, Nagasaki has a very beautiful festival called Lantern Festival, celebrating the Old New Year's Day. Okay. And day 3, we will come back to Fukuoka and visit one of the hidden gems, Okawa Town and Yanagawa. We visit some places in Okawa, and this place produced a very beautiful wood cutworks. We experienced the wood cutworks there and moved to Yanagawa and experienced the boat riding. But this place has another story, how local people preserve this boat riding water place. Here's the story. Maybe you learn in the post program B. Okay, next please. Now, day 4, we go to Yame area. So Yame area is producing the high quality green tea. The green tea is very famous now. Matcha or tea leaves. We will drink very tasty green tea produced in Yame area. And we will experience the strawberry picking in this area. Very enjoyable experience for you. Next, please. And on the last day, day 5, we will go up to Kyoto by Shinkansen bullet train. And we will visit 2 places, Golden Palace, Kinkakuji, and Toji, Buddhist temple. And lastly, we have hug goodbye party. And the party will be finished by 5:30 on that day. Next, please. And here's the price of tours. Pre-program B, €588, and post-program B, €970. Okay, next please. Here's an included service in pre-program B, but I'd like to focus on meals. The breakfast and lunches are all included, but the one dinner is free. The one dinner, you have free dinner in Kagoshima City, southern part of Kyushu Island. Okay, next please. And here's the post program. Also the one free dinner. The breakfast and lunch are all included. The free dinner in Nagasaki night. Okay, so I see your happy face on the screen. Are you ready to join, register the pre-program and post-program? Please register. Thank you.
Okay, Jim, thank you very much for the detailed explanation. Okay, now let me go on to our optional tours and FAQ and Kyoto and Tokyo. This will be explained by our team members. Fran, go ahead.
Thank you, Sam. I think I had the pleasure of talking to some of you already via email. It's nice to see some of your faces now. I'm just gonna go over some of the frequently asked questions we get, especially through email, not so much through the phone. And I'll start with a program timing and schedule. And the first one is the night of February 5th included? Yes, it's included. You do not have to worry about organizing accommodation on that day. The next one is, is anything planned on the 5th? Should I arrive a day early to join a program on the 5th? Generally, no. It's thought of as the arrival date for everybody. If you have a problem with jet lag or you want to relax a little bit more, explore Fukuoka, then by all means, arrive early. And then next is, when does the post program end? So both the alternative and the original post program are currently scheduled to conclude around 5:30 p.m. If you have already booked flights and anything you realize now is in the way, you just write us an email directly. And then lastly, under this point is the night of February 17th in Kyoto included? No, it's not included, but I will talk about how we want to assist you in booking accommodation and extending your stay in Kyoto a little bit later. So next, please. Secondly is still about the pre and post program. I think a lot of people are interested in those, so that's why we get a lot of questions. And we've got a few very interesting questions from people who looked up the Shinkansen and found out that it's not that easy to travel with a large suitcase on the Shinkansen. Otherwise, it's very comfortable. But for the post program, we will actually send your big luggage ahead, and then you collect it once you arrive. And for the pre-program, we'll ask you to kind of surrender your luggage to the hotel. And then when you come back from the pre-program, you can pick it up. We were gonna contact you at a later time, asking you to please remember to bring an overnight bag or kind of a smaller suitcase. But since we already got the question, I just included it here. And then next is whether you can request a single room. So we'll do our best to accommodate everybody's wishes. This is also during the pre and post program. Of course, for the main convention, you can book your own hotel rooms. We have certain rooms blocked, but if there are a lot of requests for single rooms, those might not be enough. We'll do our very best to accommodate everybody. There might be a situation where we have to ask the hotel for a double room or twin room to be used single. In that case, there might be extra charges, but we'll do our very best to communicate everything with you very clearly. And we'll also ask about your preferences in the next few months. Next, please. And then in general, just about travel and booking. So we got a lot. When should I book my, what time should my flight be on February 17th? And I think it was also something mentioned in the chat. How do I get back to Fukuoka? So if you want to leave the same day, we recommend that you book a late night flight because Kyoto does not have an airport. So you would have to go to Osaka, which is the nearest one. Otherwise, we recommend staying one night and then leaving the next day from Osaka, or staying a night in Kyoto and then going to Tokyo the next day. There are a lot of varied options. If you're confused, send us an email and we can respond to your individual situation. If you're going back to Fukuoka, many of our guides, your guides as well, will have to go back to Fukuoka. So we're not planning on organizing anything, but you're welcome to join us and we'll all go travel back to Fukuoka together. It comes up a little bit like the third question is, how can I book Shinkansen tickets? It's actually through official channels, only available 1 month in advance. I know as a German, coming from Germany, you can book train tickets like months and months in advance. So this might seem quite short notice, but this is how the Japanese do it. The official website is the smart-ex.jp website. And you get a QR code, you go to the station, you get the ticket printed out. We're happy to explain all that for you. And I skipped a question, but yeah, will there be a welcoming desk? I think somebody mentioned it. Between the 4th and the 8th, there will be a welcoming desk. And are there flight discounts available was also in the chat. For international flights, unfortunately, we were not able to secure any, but JAL offers special discounts on domestic flights if you're booking internationally. You don't even have to book with them. You just have to have an international flight. And then I think that's the last one. What's the best flight connection via Tokyo? Haneda is generally way closer to the city center, but you might find other routes online, but please be aware that it's a long way from Narita into the city. Okay, next, please. And like I mentioned, we want to help you with the accommodation in Kyoto and Tokyo, extend your stay and enjoy Japan. So if you're interested in Kyoto, if you go to the website, you hover over program, and then you can find it under optional tours, and you can book a hotel in Kyoto through us. And in Tokyo, you can also find it following the same path. And we'll send you a list of hotels that fit your needs and requirements. But please keep in mind, we're all on a volunteer basis. So if we don't get back to you in a few hours, please forgive us. Okay. I think that's it. Next. Oh, yeah. And then lastly, anybody who hasn't registered yet, now is the time. So you might be wondering, where can I register? It's on the website. There's a blue button, register here. You click that and you can go through the steps. I think now is the perfect time because the yen is very cheap, especially if you're from Europe or the US. So in-person attendance cuts off on November 30th. So you have 10 more days. And then we call it second stage registration, which is choosing the workshops and the cultural experiences. And that will be sent out mid-December to January. At that point, we will also ask about the flight details so we don't miss you at the airport and all that other information that we think might be helpful for making your stay in Japan seamless. And if you're interested in our cancellation policy, it changes dependent on the period of time. So you have a chance to look that up. Later on, it's on the website. Yes. And now I think that's it for our presentation, and we'll go into the Q&A session if there even are any more questions in the chat that haven't been answered yet. Sebastian, Sam?
Sebastian, it's time for you to take over this session, Sebastian, please. You are very good at handling these questions. Please, Sebastian.
Yes, thank you. And thanks again for this wonderful session and for all the explanation, what we will do. That was very clear. In the chat, there is only one question left. And the question is the desk at the airport also available for the flights which arrive in the night, or from which opening hours has the welcome desk at the airport?
Okay, anybody can answer? I don't think that we have decided the time of our welcome desk, how long we are going to open, until what time. We haven't decided the time yet, I believe, as far as I know. Can anybody answer from KITG members?
Fukuoka Airport is very close to the downtown area, so that we have the latest flight around 10 p.m. So I'll be waiting for you until 10.
Oh, great, great.
Night. Thank you.
Okay, until 10 o'clock, looks like welcome desk is open. Japanese people is work very hard. So welcome desk is will be open until 10 p.m. until the last flight arrives at Fukuoka Airport. Sebastian,
Yes.
please.
Yes, the other questions I already have answered. There had been a lot of questions about, or a few questions about the what is with the eSIM, how to use the credit card and all that. And what we can already announce that we will do a webinar in beginning of January when we have all the participants, where we want to show you some more helpful informations like how to get their eSIM, how to download the map in Apple Maps or Google Maps, what charging plug you will need, and all these details for participants we will explain you, but you also already can find some of them on the website. When you go on the website under the menu for participants, we have there a page, helpful information. It's already also written in the chat under the questions, where you find more helpful information already also for the Shinkansen, for traveling, for accessibility and all that. And I see some more questions are coming up. So yes, for the participants area, if you want to go there, we upload new participants always every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks you get a welcome email from the participant area to log in. There you see also the overview of all participants. You can get in touch with everybody else. And in the welcome email, there is also a WhatsApp link to join a WhatsApp group with all other participants so that you can connect already before. A question from Johanna: which part of the convention will be available for online participants? So we have not decided at the moment. What we can guarantee, all important parts. So sure, for delegates and trainers, we will have all the official parts, but for participants, it will be the first day, the welcome ceremony, the keynote speeches. During the workshop day, it will be also for a lot of workshops. We will have hybrid workshops, but we also will deliver online workshops at the same time, so that you will have special workshops only for the online participants. Then we try to organize a live guided streamed tour, so also on the study day, and sure, the gala dinner and more workshops and experiences of the Thursday and the closing ceremony. And everything will be recorded because of the time frame. So let me check. We have another. What's the name of the WhatsApp group? It's in the link. It's called WFTGA Convention 2026 Participant Group. And then we have one question about the luggage in the Shinkansen. How the luggage in the post tour is organized for the Shinkansen. Maybe you can explain that again, but theoretically, you all don't have to think about that. The organizers will take care about the luggage. And when there is one evening where you not get back your luggage, we will explain this in detail in the program, that you carry your overnight bag with you, but maybe some of your team can explain this a little bit more in details.
Frank, would you like to explain the luggage for Shinkansen bullet train? Frank, would you like to repeat what you have explained?
Sure. It's basically as Sebastian said. So when there is a necessity for you to maybe bring an overnight bag, we will announce that very clearly upfront. And yes, I know we say, oh, we'll let you know later, but since you have to kind of go step by step, so this is in the works. We will let you know.
Okay, thank you very much. And well, what I can say here regarding the questions, the Suica card is available. Can you use a Suica, say, card used in Fukuoka? Yes, you can. Suica is available, and you can use it anywhere in Japan when you take a train or buses. So you can use the Suica, our card, say in Japan, and if in Fukuoka too. Okay, back to Sebastian. Would you like to add some other answers to these questions, or it's about time to close? Sebastian, please.
I checked all the questions, what I see that we have answered all of the questions. And for those who have more questions, the best way is to send us an email to convention2026@wftga.org. We will write that in the chat again. So this is the best way always to connect to the organizers. We have the WhatsApp group where you can ask questions. You will miss no important information when you're not member of the WhatsApp group. We guarantee that everything will be sent via email or will be on the internal part for participants. And this is what I will recommend to everybody. We will have the webinar in January for participants. I think this is very important to come to this webinar where we also talk about cultural behaviors of tourist guides when they come to Japan, how to behave and what the cultural rules are there. We will have some breakout rooms where you can already meet and connect with other participants. And once again, we are all on volunteer basis. For me, this is important to mention it again. The whole organization and the whole host team, we are all working as volunteers for the organization, and sometimes it could take a little bit time. We are all tourist guides, and sometimes we have to earn money as well. So please be patient, and for all those who are really patient with us, thanks for your understanding. And now I would say we close the Q&A session, and over to you, Sam.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind word to our host team. Yes, as you said, we have been working very hard. It takes some time, more time than we thought, but we're doing our best to make your stay as best as possible. Okay, with that, I would like to close today's webinar as 9 p.m. is now passing, and I would like to invite Christina, Vice President of WFTGA, for their final remarks. Christina, please.
Thank you, Mr. Sam. So first of all, I think thanks are in order. So I would like to thank the whole host committee for their amazing work putting up this conference, this convention, which I'm sure it will be a huge success. I know how many sleepless nights, how many days of work, how many meetings, also with the officials and together with us, the WFTGA team. So it has been really quite an experience, but just by showing us this presentation, we understand this is going all the right way. So it's going to be an amazing experience, an amazing convention in Fukuoka, Japan. So I'm really thankful for that. Also to our training team, especially Mrs. Viola Lewis for her expertise and the work she has put into the workshops and in finding excellent speakers from our side, the WFTGA side, to the convention. So also a very heartfelt thank you word for Mrs. Viola Lewis. So for the ones that haven't registered yet, I'm sure we are now ready to register. There's only 10 days. So be quick, make haste, because I'm sure you won't want to miss out on this experience. So, and for the online participants, please bear with us because we are getting there. Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to listen to this presentation, and see you soon.
Thank you, Christina. It's a very nice of you to say that. And very last of all, I'd like to invite Mizu and KITG team for their final remarks. Mizu, please, and KITG members, please.
Hi again. So we are all looking forward to seeing you in Fukuoka, February. See you soon.
See you
Look
soon.
forward to seeing you. Bye.
Bye now.
Have a great day.
Okay.